We stone. We stone. We streaming. We streaming. We stone. We stone. We streaming. We streaming. Came to this motherfucker like yeah. Yeah. All my niggas in the chat and we also high. It's fun. Stone. Stone. Stream. 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 Stone. Stone. Stream. Stone. 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 Stream. Stream. Stone. All my niggas in the chat and looking like high. It's fun. All my niggas gon' get that shit and roll. We stone, we stone, we streaming and streaming. We stone and streaming. Yeah, getting to the money, gotta get into the bag like yeah, yeah. Roll up, plenty motherfuckers breathing like yeah, yeah. All my niggas in the chat, they hot as fuck. Yeah, getting to the bag, getting to the bag like yeah. All my niggas we stone to streaming. All my niggas we getting to the cheese and all my niggas we ain't gon' go for to the breathing. Yeah, 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 yeah. We streaming, we stone, and streaming, we stone, and streaming, we stone, and streaming.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Rachel, same plan.
What up, though? Shows and checking in. What to do, everybody out there in YouTube land? Yes, we're live. God damn it.
25 cents? Oh, shit. Okay, Kong. Yeah, next order, I will gladly put 25 cents in the box.
And it better be a shiny quarter. A shiny one. God damn it. A very shiny one. Hey, speaking of Kong, Kong and what was it, Palmer? No, maybe it was. Anyway, the two people that pre-ordered that arcade box, right? I can send that shit tomorrow, or I can wait till I get the actual stickers. Well, I'm missing one sticker, so let me know. Which I actually asked y'all later on, man. Do motherfuckers even care about how the shit look like when it gets to them, or do they be like, "What's the same shit?" So it don't matter about that one sticker, or will a motherfucker be like, "Man, that one sticker is missing the whole presentation"?
Man, I think that shit really is just, some people don't care, man, because I'm pretty sure some people get the packaging and just throw that shit right away, you know what I mean? But I think on the other hand, you got some people, man, who really enjoy that shit, the unboxing experience, you know?
Maybe. It's interesting though. That's why I literally asked him that question, which made me think about another question. Cause like I was really missing the one fucking front sticker. So I'm like, yo, the shit don't release till like May 20th. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like shit, I can send that shit tomorrow. You know what I mean? And you could be growing that shit by May 20th. So my thing is I don't even know if motherfuckers care like that. I think he good. Kong, I was gonna send your shit anyway. Regardless, I know how you get down.
Oh shit, nah, I know what Chris Hawkins talking about. Nah, man, we'll chop it up, man. In the back chat. Pretty much, man, I was trying to set up the payments on the website. And they've been giving me hell because they've been trying to verify me and shit. And they said, we can't verify you all the way over there in Thailand. Nah, that's not what happened, but I gotta get that shit verified. And what happened was the motherfuckers, they still be processing the payment and then they refund the shit. So it's just like, I ain't worried about, Mr. Hawkins. I know he'll take care of me, so it ain't even no big deal, player.
Okay, it's Former. Yeah, I'm gonna get, Con, you know, I keep your shit on lock in it. Former, I gotta get your address probably tonight or tomorrow. And it's all good. You know what I mean? I know you'll shoot it to me whenever. Actually, to be honest, I forgot. I forgot. To be honest.
Hey, shit. If you gonna send it, Chris, either just wait a couple days, wait until I get this thing verified, or you can either hit me on the Cash App. It's up to you, bro. But I know you good for it, so it ain't even like that.
There's too many goddamn conversations going on.
It is, man. It's like weave. It's like the 3-man weave. You know what I'm saying? For all of my basketball fans out there.
Yep. And that's the next reason why, you know, I'm sending this shit early because I fuck around being a guy who fucking pre-ordered. Well, I know, there's a couple motherfuckers I know, but I've been a guy. Then they gotta go look at records and all kind of shit. So it's like, I'm just sending shit out like now. I got it ready. I got some special shit for Calm and Former. Y'all gonna get another package like after the second or third. Really got to just fucking wait, but you know.
Hey man, speaking of packages, man, isn't it beautiful when them packages touch down, man, and people get their packs? You know that people was excited or happy to get, you know what I'm saying, that it was a smooth interaction. They got genetics that they wanted or whatever it was that they were trying to acquire. I be thinking that shit is dope. It's like a natural high.
Yes, it is. I like that shit too. I like when motherfuckers be excited. Like man, cause I am so fucking excited about this goddamn Eric Coleman. Man. I be excited about all my shit, but I'm super excited about that one there.
Hey man, if y'all ain't grabbed that Gary Coleman, man, you might wanna.
I probably got about maybe about 12 bucks. That nigga is a self-proclaimed packaging king.
Man, if y'all only knew what happened behind the scenes with that packaging, boy, and that motherfucker Chosen gave me hell about it every step of the way, and I deserved it. But you was it. I felt like I could have done better, but I did think the shit did end up coming out dope, man. So I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? Try to enjoy it. How everything was boxed up and shit like that.
You gonna like that shit, bro. I ain't lying. I'm not lying. I'm excited.
Man, what you smoking on over there today, man?
Mandarin. I want to say Mandarin Kush, maybe. Motherfucker just marked that shit Mandarin. That mixed with oh my gosh, I have to go look at the pack, but it's mixed with something that I grew.
Oh man, appreciate that, homie.
I can't think of what it is right now. It's escaping me. Lilac Diesel. That's what it is. Told you it was escaping me. That shit make me sleepy. I wonder if that's the diesel in it. Gelato 41 and Animal Mints. Animal Mints. Mints of an animal. Man, I was rude. I didn't even. And it's all types of shit going on. How many of y'all by short? And we ain't got no hands. We say by short hands. Do any of y'all still go to the dispensaries? I know we got a lot of growers in here. Do any of y'all still go to the dispensaries at all? Still anymore?
Damn, calling the dog stole the basketball. That is a good question. How many people actually go to the dispensary, man? It's a really good question.
How many people? No one. That's the answer. No one goes to the dispensary anymore. No one. Because no one answered, damn it.
Django said he might smoke the ant that's crawling in his rolling tray. Yeah,
Never been to one. Okay, never been. Yeah, you guys are pretty much.
I sent C's out to some guys in the chat trying to get rid of some. These motherfuckers sent me more shit than I sent them. Hey man, and that's what we call community. Great community, man.
And it's funny because that could literally be like 5 or 6 different people. That off the top of my head, yeah, don't tell who the fuck that is. Cause you know why? All of y'all do the same shit.
Hey, look, it's Django, and in my mind, I'm just sitting here imagining this Django. I can imagine him. I can imagine him talk. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck him up when I send him this right
Hey, Cone, what clone did you want from me? I forgot.
here. Yeah. You said I knew it. I knew it was his ass. You know what I'm saying? I could just imagine his ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he gonna get this shit right here and it's gonna fuck him up.
Oh man, we know how you love Mr. Miller.
All I know is I'm high as hell and it ain't this way we hey man, shit, that's what's up. That's what's up. Shit man, we got the day ones in here. You know, man, one thing, man, that I think is interesting, man, that kind of lead us into our first topic. Is do you think that there
I think
should
you went silent, man.
be yeah, man, my shit sounded like it was breaking out, so I just was trying to wait for that shit to catch up. But do you think that there should be product separation at the dispensary? Should there be separate categories? Meaning, like, should there be only certain products that medical users can access versus products that recreational users can access? Or do you think they should just be able to get the same product, but the recreational user has to pay more?
I think it should be a different menu. I don't think it should be more. Because I believe we're gonna call it medical. Fuck it, make it medical for real. Not just because it's cheaper. Make it the actual like difference. I mean, even if the difference is, we give you more information over this way, and on the medical side, I can tell you, you come in and maybe you come in and tell the motherfucker your ailments. They'd be like, look, for that we got this, this, and this, right? That may be separation enough, but I don't think it should be money separation.
Yeah, man, it would seem like obviously we already know how the medicine do you and shit, but like some of this medicine fuck you up and make you worse than actually help you, or it fuck up something else while it's fixing the thing that it's fixing. You know what I mean? But it would just seem like if it is medicine, you would want to give people the highest quality medicine you could give them.
Yeah. I think that's why I said I think it should all be, even if it's rec, it should be the highest quality you get. So I feel like it should be the highest quality on both sides. I just feel like I should be geared towards.
Your Majesty says, "Hell no, we all medical patients."
Yeah.
And Django says, "Facts." You know, I just think that there should be. I personally think there should be a separation, like kind of like what you were saying. I think for the medical patients, it should just be the highest quality that you can get. You know what I'm saying? Like rigorous testing, shit like that.
What up, Pip Lokester? Yeah,
Yo.
it's just cause I see a lot of old people going to the dispensary and they don't be knowing shit like, hey, maybe you should actually have somebody in there that can actually really tell you, nigga, if you got arthritis, use this. Hey, but guess what? It's not gonna help right away because your pain is chronic, right? So you're gonna have to apply this for about a week, and then you'll notice a difference. Versus a motherfucker telling them, yeah, use this, and then they go use it, and the shit don't stop their pain right away. But nobody explained to them about chronic or acute pain. Those are the type of differences. Those are the type of differences that it need to be when it comes to medical and recreational, in my opinion. Explain this because these people actually fucked up on a day to day, and this shit don't work like how they think it's gonna work. Not all the shit. Some of the shit. What up?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. The government doesn't give you the highest quality. They give you shit to fix one thing, destroy something else. And that may be true.
That's by
Um,
design. They don't make no money if they hear you. My nigga, they gotta hear you just enough to where you need them forever,
forever,
forever, ever.
forever, ever. Okay. Yeah, man.
Think about it. If my medicine, if my business is selling you drugs, nigga, I can't make no money if you don't need my drugs no more. I
Well, here's the
can't.
thing. Well, here's the thing about cannabis. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So niggas want to do this drug. They don't want to be healed. But my whole point is, you know what I'm saying, niggas want to smoke for the duration. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I just feel like if it is a medical product, that shit should be, you know, heads and above better than the recreational product. And whatever that recreational product is, if you want something that's close to that medical product, you should have to pay. You know what I'm saying? Or
Also,
just become a medical patient. You know what I'm saying? Or grow
but
your own.
our thoughts, man, and prayers, man, go out to our boy, Farley Cloudy 420, going through a real rough time right now. So we gonna pray for him, man, and we gonna make sure that if he needs something, we get it for him. So, you know, stop by my man page and show him some love. You know what I'm saying? What up, Buzz in the basement?
What up? What up?
Also, I seen Steady dripping resin and Dank now slide chilling.
Man.
That's what I was just talking about. Kinda, sorta. Hey, and every time I see older people in the dispensary, and I'm 47 myself, so if I'm saying older, these motherfuckers got to be about 60 something. They always talking about OG or Hades or something like that. You don't even know, bro. You don't even know. You don't know what you want, but it ain't that. It ain't what you think it is. I wonder if we'll be the same way. Like, you know, when we think our shit's cool and then our kids come along, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, look at this shit here. And we be like, man, fuck that shit. Like, will weed actually turn white? Will we be white one day? What up, Parley Cloudy, man? I just got to talking about you.
What up? What up?
Thank you for stopping through. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you straight, at least at the moment. But yeah, man, I wonder if weed will actually be like white. You know what I'm saying? That shit be getting pretty white now. But I mean, will that shit act like the numbers that they testing yeah, the type of test they doing or them fucking with the numbers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I'm old as fuck, bro. Like black and white TV old. That's so fucking funny. But like, will that shit actually be like? Will we be like 62% THC at some point? You know what I mean? Like how that shit like 26% now, and like back in the day that shit was probably like 12%, 13%. Like, will we get to a point to where we is physically like 62%?
Man, I think a lot of that should be based off of what testing methods they use, whether now or in the future. You know, I think that'd be a big part of it. Um, as far as will the weed ever turn white? I mean, I think that this this plant right now is being engineered, and you know, people will most definitely um try to engineer it as best as they can. They're gonna try to make sure they get higher THC percentages, better terp profiles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that by the time whatever year rolls around, 2040, 2045, you might even have some weed that is more. Not to say that you don't have it now, but you'll have some shit that's gene edited. They be ran through a CRISPR.
Mm.
So I just think that the more money or the more resources that can be applied towards cannabis, the more that people are willing to invest in getting a better said product. The more likely it is that you will get a better product.
Man, how long before it's just not even, how they calling this shit like Delta 8, Delta 9, and all that? Like, man, they fucking shit, isolating shit, and they shipping shit out. Like, man,
El Mendo, what up?
that's the crazy part. Like, I'm talking about this shit right there, because, like, once the shit get to isolating isomers, man, I don't want to smoke that shit no more. That's too much like some shit made in the lab now. You're already fucking with it enough with the chemicals and that we feed it and all that kind of shit. In my opinion, you know what I mean? Like, if we wanted to do this shit, and that's how we manipulate the numbers too. Fucking feeding the shit certain shit and manipulating the light. Like, I believe this weed that we got now really ain't no stronger than the weed that we had back in the day. We just know more and more able to manipulate the environment better to get the most out of the plant. I mean, obviously that's a little different. I mean, that was just kind of that's kind of what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Before turf school, the old timers looking for. That's what I think. I don't know because even though I'm old as shit, I didn't start smoking weed till I was a fucking adult. So like, I was pretty much like 20, 21. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, even though I don't know if I would be a old timer, but I know we was just trying to get high. And by me being in the middle of the fucking country, because I'm in St. Louis, so like, I hate to admit it, but hey man, we run slower unless we actually get out of where we're from or know people where we come back. Right? Being in the middle of the country, we gonna run slow. So I'm just trying to get. But then it depends on your circle, because I'm sure it's niggas in my city that was like tell you different. You would just have to find them. Like it's all relative to because everybody ain't like that dude in it. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't that. Some people is just a dude. You know what I mean? And if you think dude, what's going on? Shit. That's so fucking funny. All I be thinking about is that dumbass meme now in my mind. It's like you get yellow diamonds in my watch. That shit does cost a lot. Now, what do y'all think out of the people that we got here that's actually coming? What do y'all think the most relevant strain is now? And for me, when I say relevant, I don't even mean
Yes, El Mando. Notoriously. And not and that doesn't like to be heavily worded.
to reiterate, it don't like to be heavily watered. That bitch grows slow, and it also has leaves that don't like when you cut them, but you're gonna have to cut them with a billion of them. And when you cut one, there'll be three more that appear. At least on all the max that I grew. I would agree. Good advice. Good advice. But now, relevant strain. What would y'all say the most relevant strain is right now? What about you, Righteous? What do you think the most relevant strain? I say relevant. I don't even really mean like what's the best, like what's the most relevant, like overall. What would you say?
Man, that's a good question, man. What is the most popular strain right now?
Relevant. Because I think it's a difference between relevant and popular.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that there's no relevant strains as much as there is relevant brands, right? Because when I think of weed right now, I'm not even gonna lie, and I've never even smoked it, but I think of gumbo. So the fuck I think about, you know what I'm saying? I never even had it. And I don't even know exactly what strains them niggas got. You know what I'm saying? But it's gumbo.
See, I disagree. I
And
think
then before that, I think it was cookies. You know what I'm saying? And of course there was a cookie strain, right? But cookies had plenty of strains. Some of those more familiar with, but I think it was more just about what you smoking on cookies. That was what was kind of like most popular.
see, and again, I think that the strain, the actual Girl Scout cookie strain, being good as it was, is what powered everything else. I feel like the strain wouldn't have been good, and the brand wouldn't have been shit. I think if I would take that first, like great ass, if we, of course, brands go take that first great strain and make the brand relevant. Because if you got a brand that's branded off of weed, well, it ain't gonna be shit if your weed ain't strong. To me,
You know, here's the thing with that whole just a couple comments that I seen in the chat. Where was it? I think it's from
I agree. That's what I was saying.
This shit went kind of fast.
Gumbo collaboration with Cookies.
Yeah. Well, I disagree with that, right? I think Gumbo did all of the. I think that motherfucker was doing all of the work, and that nigga Burner came in on the back end and scooped that nigga up after that nigga had already put in a lot of the work on the front end. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if it's true or not, but I hear that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's true, but you know what I'm saying. He had something to do with the original Piff and all that shit back in the day. I don't know if it's true. That's what I heard.
I think on a national level, Burner probably helped him out way more than he helped Burner out. I believe on a local level and maybe a tri-state area, he was probably doing his thing, but Burner actually probably gave that nigga a whole another market that he had access to.
Man, I think Gumbo probably had, and I could be wrong, but I think Gumbo had New York, Atlanta, and Miami.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I
Burner
think.
got the country.
That's true. That's true. But you got to think, man. Certain places you don't really need. Like that shit ain't even gonna fucking thrive.
No, it's
It
gonna
only makes
thrive.
sense. Well, shit. We just was talking about how it's a cookie store that got shut down. That shit had only been open like 3-4 months in fucking Oklahoma somewhere,
I'm
or
sure it's
however
not.
long the shit was opened up.
I'm sure that's not the only store in the state, though.
I'm sure that's not the only cookie store that shut down either.
Of course, I'm sure that's not the only dispensary period that has been shut down. I mean, stores are gonna get shut down in general.
Exactly.
I'm
So
just
all I'm
saying,
just saying that nigga had New York on lock. So when you look at like traditional, even if we just was to use the analogy of like the rap game, shit, you can go platinum selling a million records in fucking New York alone.
right? You can, but imagine if you got the rest of the country too. Because
Man,
again, like
a lot
you
of times
said,
that shit don't. I'm not saying that shit don't matter, but the whole point is if that's your base market, and you got that shit sold up, then Cookies is gonna have a hard time coming in, and that's just my opinion. He would have to
it's
do a lot
yeah,
of fuck shit.
I will give you that. Cookies will have a hard time coming into the state that you're in, but the other 49 states where Cookies is actually relevant, or the other 30 states where they don't even know what the fuck gumbo is, but they know what Cookies is because the shit has been blown out, right? So it's blown out of proportion so much. So like again, you don't need them for your own market because your own market is unlocked. So you don't need them at all. You don't need them for all 3, 4 states you got locked down. But damn, dog, if I can get my shit to North fucking Dakota, which is just extra money, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I already got my shit locked down. We got to expand. I mean, that's in anything you do. You want to expand. No one's just comfortable with having a tri-state area or a 3, 4, 5 areas locked down. If I could have a country, now his shit is like in 20 more states. You know what I'm saying? Than it would have been in. Now, of course, he was already making money in his state because he was already locked down. But
Farmer M says, hold on. Farmer M says, nah, not in Miami. I'm down here. No one is checking for gumbo. Just hype heads.
see,
Okay. You Majesty says here in NYC, not upstate New York. So he's saying he don't even have reach outside of the city. Okay.
so that's just again, everybody's chasing Burner. Burner is the magical nigga that can put you on no matter where you at because he got access to the whole country. So no matter who you are in this game, Burner's like the godfather, bro. So there'll never be a person that can do more for Burner than Burner can do for them. Not for a little while because he got access to the whole fucking country. And shit, a lot of us in here are older. So like I like the place I work, a lot of them young cats, man, they really do be on this trendy, hypey shit like that. So, our reality and kind of the reality of what's going on is it just be different. Cause I know me, I could not deal with a fucking 20 something year old like forever and still be finding my own little lane to be cool. Right. But it's if I do, or if I do talk to a 20 something year old, 22, 20, 24, man, they reality
Yeah,
be
see,
hella different.
Well, see, this is kind of like what I'm saying. Like, if you go above that, Your Majesty says him being a known uptown hustler helped his brand. So what I'm saying is, I feel like that nigga was probably, and that nigga from just what I heard, you know what I'm saying, that nigga was always into the bud, you know what I'm saying. So
Right.
he was kind of like the burner of that area, you know what I'm saying, and that nigga had the streets, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, like so. Like, fuck the commercial shit. That was my whole point in saying like the cookie store didn't shut down and shit. Yeah, that nigga could help him out and shit, but I feel like, especially like in areas like New York, nigga, you could be the weed man for like 40, 50 years. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Look at the nigga Branson.
Yeah, you
You know
could.
what I'm
And what
saying? And a lot of niggas don't need that shit. And the way them New York niggas is, I'm not from New York, but you got niggas like, if once again we look at basketball, you got a nigga like Pee Wee Kirkland. Nigga said, fuck this basketball shit, nigga. I'm selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, so them niggas do not care.
exactly, Pill. And that's what I'm saying. When you roll with Burner, now your shit is in that fucking cookie store. So again, in addition to you having your own area locked down, now you got your shit in a fucking store somewhere in motherfucking Idaho. Now, you
Hey,
know what I'm
look, concept. Who y'all talking about? Branson? You know what I'm saying?
even that
Nah,
nigga,
man. Branson sells cognac.
Branson's in Missouri.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but see, that's what I'm saying. You could be the fucking weed man. Like, man, I never forget, man. I seen that motherfucking video with what's that nigga name?
Oh, right.
What's that nigga?
Hold
Red
on.
Man. When that nigga had the triangle bags and shit. The nigga was like, this that old school Branson. My mom found some of this shit. Then some pants I had. You know what I'm
Everybody
saying? That
knows
should just be crazy.
cookies is lame. I think,
A lot
unfortunately,
of people say that shit.
I think the most relevant thing right now. Well, I think we're transitioning, in my opinion, to relevancy. I believe we coming out of. I believe we coming out of the relevancy of Oh my God! I just had it on the tip of my tongue. We coming out of the relevancy of gelato, right? Which we still in the gelato era. I still think that's probably the most relevant thing because I feel like niggas really ain't been doing nothing but taking different phenotypes of gelato and mixing it with shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what brought us the Rumps era. You know what I mean? Which is pretty much where we are right now. And I say that based on the Midwest being fucking slow. You know what I'm saying? And for real, everybody knows if you want to say that shit. Gelato is and everything. But here's the thing, Bong Donkey, which that's an awesome name, Bong Donkey. I actually like gelato. You know what I'm saying? I like gelato a lot. You know, I don't even feel bad for saying it. I actually like gelato. That don't mean I won't smoke gelato and everything, maybe, but it does pair well with a lot of fucking strains. It's crazy. It actually does.
Man, that would be so tight if someone made like a timeline like of the eras of weed. So like niggas would be like, the Haze era, the OG era, the sour era, the OG era. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas just had shit like that. The cookie era, the sherbet era, gelato era, you know what I'm saying? Runts era, shit like that. That should just be dope. Someone made a visual of that shit. Django says, what is gelato technically?
I wish I could answer that off the top of my head, but
I'll tell you right now. It's thin mint cookies and sunset sherbet. And that's the Larry Bird and gelato number 42.
yeah, they should all be the same, just different phenols. You would think. That's what
Now,
I
one thing
thought.
I want to say, and this is
That's exactly what I thought, Bone Donkey. We came right out of the cookies. And again, if we just running it back, that's why cookies was so important, because all of this shit is really based off of cookies still. You said that yourself. Like, who was that? Was that Farmer? We was talking about that a few episodes back. I mean, how everything is still really cookies. I forgot what Skittles is. Skittles is, I think that's got gelato in it too. That shit crazy though. Cookies really did start some shit when they started some shit. That's why Burner is like the fucking poster child of that shit. That's lucky motherfucker though. I ain't gonna say it like that, but man, I just remember nigga with Khalifa weed, man. You know what I mean? And I think that's what everybody. I think that's what. Well, more so than cookie phenos, cookie crosses, out crosses, if you will. But I think that's the obsession with everybody and Burner, right? Because like everybody remembers when Burner was Wiz Khalifa weed man. And it's like everybody's been a weed man. So it's like, man, everybody feels like they could be the next Burner. So everybody tries to be the next Burner, right? It seems really like you can accomplish that, because it's like, I just watched this nigga be a weed man. So he gave you that feeling like you could actually accomplish that shit, right? Uh, Bone Donkey, you talking about? Man, that's such an awesome name. Bone Donkey. If you talking about my strains or just strains in general, or strains that I'm interested in, it's three different things. It's strains I like that are mine, and strains that I'm interested to work with. I'm interested to cross, and then strains that I like to smoke. It's kind of like three. Uh, it seems like when I trace the shit back, it would appear that I'm really a fan of gelato, of different variations, out crosses. It was seen. What I'm looking to work with is something a little older.
He knew the life. What up?
Probably some triangle. I know it's been beat to death by the Jungle Boys and a lot of people on the West Coast, but I haven't really fucked with Triangle Kush. I want to fuck with some TK and Ferg with some of the shit that I got. Like, something kind of gas. Also, I want to go back and work a little bit more with my strawberry frosted donut. Cross it back against some of the other strawberry frosted donut crosses that I got, and see what I come up with. So that's kind of what we on right now. I just made some shits that's really interesting to me, so I'm in the process of growing through them right now. Cause I just put a bunch of shit in flour. I need to see what the shit look like before I work with it. So it's gonna be interesting. But boy, smoking goes, yeah, it seems like I like a lot of gelato. A lot of shit that I smoke seems to have gelato. Like one of my favorite things, the only thing that I get from the dispensary in my city of St. Louis is Dosilato. You know what I'm saying? I love Dosilato or Delato. You know what I'm saying? Whichever one. I really like that shit, right? It's got gelato in it. I like watermelon gelato. That shit has gelato in it. I actually like runts. Not all runts, but the different versions of what I call the original runts, like white runts, pink runts, and regular runts. For me, those would be the three original runts that I would call. Like everything else after that, I fucking like that shit just became put runts on the end of it. To me, now I might be wrong, but that's how I take it. Once we got past regular runts, white runts, and pink runts, it was like that shit. I don't care about rainbow runts, big booty runts, pirate runts.
I mean, I don't particularly care about none of those names either, but I mean,
Okay.
you would have to. But the thing about it is, like, at some point, one of those crosses will be significant enough to be something different. And the only reason why I say that is because if we look at the past, You got cookies, which is OG times Durban, right? So at some point, you had all these different. I remember when the OGs was out. There was the Louis OG. There was the yeah, man. There was fucking all man. There was a million and one fucking OG crosses at that time, and one of the motherfuckers popped out, and that ended up being cookies. So at some point, the same shit happened with the gelato. One of them motherfuckers popped out and made what? Skittles. It made some reputable strains. And then those strains made some reputable strains. So uh yeah, man, I kind of disagree just slightly. You know what I mean? I want that hella jelly and blueberry muffins, but I get a better deal from y'all. And genetics are fire. I can't see no other
It's
way.
it's funny that you said that. I'm actually working on
Blueberry
hella
muffin.
trying to get hella jelly myself through a couple nefarious ways. I got a blueberry muffin that I'm going out right now. I'm not really super a fan of blueberry muffin. It ain't bad though.
And I can't wait for you to get that hella jelly, man. I love to smoke it because I've never there's not a jelly strain that I've ever had that I was actually like impressed with.
They only calling it jelly because it's crossed with jealousy.
But I don't know. I'm thinking like the old jelly shit.
Yeah, that's why I took it.
That big booty rants bounce difference. Chango got the G rants. Okay. Bone Donkey says I'm reworking old skunk number one from the '90s and also Williams Wonder from the '90s. I've been in the industry since then.
What's that? Oh, okay, yeah. Right on, Bone Donkey. Man, you would be if I could pair two viewers together. Man, it's a guy out there. Shout out to Spooky Tooth. Spooky Tooth. He don't. I know he here. He don't never really comment live, but he always comment afterwards, right? But he with a lot of old strains with lineages. Like that's actually who I would love. I'm gonna try to see if I can
Hold
get him
on.
to come. You know what I'm saying actually.
Wasn't that Willamette window? Willamette window. The widow. Didn't that have the Williams Wonder in it?
I'm not sure. I know it had White Widow in it.
The old Oregon Butman.
Yeah, I know it had White Widow in it, but I don't know. I don't know, like if it had Willy Wonder in it or not.
Yeah. Enu the Life says jelly is trash. Don't get it. I smoked it, but it was from a dispo with frosting growing, and he said it wasn't all that either. Uh,
Let me
Another
ask you
one
this:
that I don't think that was that good was that vanilla frost stuff.
Did you which is funny because I got a story about that. Inu, do you like Do you actually like jealousy? Number one, what up, Mister Nice One? Do you actually like jealousy? Um, yeah, Bone Donkey, but he a cool dude. If you ever bump into him, Spooky Tooth. Um, yeah, he a cool dude. He fuck with the same type of shit you fuck with, like straight.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me do this real quick. Let me ask this question. Bone Donkey, you've been doing this since the '90s, right?
How
So
long?
let me
No.
ask you a question, right?
Oh shit.
I would have asked a question, and it's okay. Hey man, we even let it have you up if you like, but I just want to know at what point when someone makes it cross does it become their strain? Like if I just take strain A and strain B and cross them together, is that progeny now my strain, or do I have to make at least three crosses? What is the because you've been doing it since the '90s, so what is like the perspective on that?
And Kong, how did you like Hilla Jelly Frosty?
Endless
Viewer
one up.
participation.
What's going on?
What up, Endless? Brody? Viewer participation.
Mr. Nice One, what up? What up?
As soon as it's in your stable, it's yours. Oh, okay, cool. Cool, man. No 3 cost bullshit for him.
He knew the life said Frosty McNasty growing it too, and he said it wasn't all that. The hella jelly, I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Django would also like to know what is your favorite Cash Money album?
Favorite Cash Money album question goes out to, you know what? Everybody. Fuck it. Man, a high dude trying to type is so funny. Everybody, that's her. What is your favorite Cash Money album? We haven't asked our people in a while. What is your favorite Cash Money album? If it's more than one person say the same album, it's gonna be a fucking winner probably. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't know. It's just like different eras, man. It's like all of the different hot boys except for Turk represent. And I ain't trying to shit on Turk. It's just, he didn't really have a chance to, get his work
Space
off.
Marine. That's a tight name. Space Marine. Now we just got to develop a pack for that. It'd be a collaboration with Endless One Up and Chosen. That's Space Marine and put that shit out there.
Let's go.
You actually never smoked jealousy? Okay. I don't know what the other side of Hella Jelly is though. You're doing pretty good for English not to be your first language. Because I don't even have a second language. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Scrape my elbow jumping the fence.
So on you.
That's a good one.
Chopper City.
God damn it, that's a good one too. I think Chopper City might get it.
Man, it's just hard, man, because 400 degrees is just such a great fucking piece of work. And I think it also depends on your age too.
Man, here's the thing. Cash Money is just when you get to adding in all them Lil Wayne albums, bro, that people don't not think. Cause see, when people thinking Cash Money, they thinking up until a certain era. They be forgetting that shit extended a lot longer than motherfucker want to really acknowledge, right? So like that shit spanned Cash Money recordings span, and they could really argue all the way up to Young Money.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. You could say Drake, my nigga.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
you could say Drake.
I think it is universally understood, bro, that we really talking about early Cash Money. Number one.
I'm thinking. Hey, look, and I think about that nigga Soldier Boy. Where that nigga said Drake. You said, hey.
Speaking of Soldier Boy,
a lot of niggas be hating on Soldier.
Man, speaking of Soldier Boy and hating on Soldier, did you see where they asked motherfuckers, did you want $250 worth of food stamps or a dinner with Soldier Boy? And like, nobody said dinner with Soldier Boy. And that nigga got mad and posted about it. Yeah, that shit was funny as a motherfucker.
I seen the headline, but I didn't click on it.
I did. I actually clicked on it, and I'm like, damn. Neighborhood superstars, you know who we are. Shit.
R.I.P. Soldier Slim.
go.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, this would be the final debate on it. Well, not final, because we'll continue to ask, but is who's better, No Limit or Cash Money? I got Cash Money, personally.
I'm gonna have to say Cash Money simply because that reign was longer. Here's what I think personally. I think Cash Money reign was longer, but I think No Limit reign was short and harder, right? Like man, cause bro, No Limit was hitting your ass with like one at least, most times two, sometimes three, at least one CD a week, bro. Like for a couple years, like every week. Now, look, and the key was this: the whole CD might have been shitty except for one song, right? But goddamn it, you had to go buy that CD because that one song was so hard. But I would have to say Cash Money because their reign was just so, in terms of money and putting out projects. They had a long ass reign. Think about it. Ooh, you say quarter two.
Man, I don't know, man. I personally think Wayne got some mixtapes that's harder than his albums.
Yeah, we got
to.
You got to do mixtapes and then you got to do actual projects. No Limit did.
Wayne had some shit, man.
Yes, he robbed them, but that doesn't take away from them putting out music. Beats by the Pound was the shit. He had them niggas trapped in the basement. Cash Money was the same shit. Them New Orleans niggas did rob niggas. I think that's it. Ain't no limit to this. Yeah, that's true. Well, kinda, but not really. Kinda, but not really. Because look, you can always have somebody that's hot, and you may never have another person that's hot. Like shit, I use my city for an example. As far as the nation go, they would be like, man, Nelly was the hottest thing you niggas ever had, and y'all didn't have nothing after that because nobody from there is winning anything now, like on a national level. Now that don't mean, I'm sure it's people.
He told you niggas he was number one.
Yeah, that's a topic for another day, man.
Hey man, you know me, man. You know who my favorite was out of St. Louis.
That was nice. That Maxine was nice. Kane and Abel had like 3 good songs.
No, what's the nigga who Fiend? That nigga Fiend was dope.
He was. He had a couple good CDs. That was gross as fuck, man, though. But yeah, that happened, and it was gross. Ushering in the whole game.
That's my son. I kiss my son while I won't kiss my son.
I know. And that's what's sad, because, man, don't get me started on this shit. Rocky ain't talk to her.
See, man, hey, that's the thing, man, because it's like, man, them niggas had so many motherfucking artists, but man, a lot, not even like compared to the quality of artists that was on Cash Money, it just wasn't the same.
Oh, no doubt.
Sorry, man.
But we talking about
I just remember that nigga was skiing in the video and shit.
That's very true, but if we just talking about in terms of selling records, them niggas sold. I don't care how whack you thought them niggas was. P&M sold some records.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this one.
I'm not saying they better. I'm just saying.
I want to answer El Mando 420 question. He said, "Who beats go harder, Manny?" Or I assume he talking about beats by the pound, maybe. Man, I'm gonna have to say, in my opinion, Manny Fresh, bro. That's just my opinion. Look, I don't think, this is my hot take. Let me give you a hot take. No Limit as a whole doesn't have one song that's harder than Back That Ass Up. Sorry. That's my hot take. Look, I see your face. That's my hot take of the day.
It's dumb. All right, first of all, Manny Fresh can't go. Manny Fresh can't go against Moby Dick and KLC, right? You got to
Oh,
separate them niggas. It's actually more than one person with Beats by the Pound. So it's just one fucking Manny Fresh. You know what I'm saying? So like that nigga's already
man,
winning if he
Manny Fresh
battling
can
two
do it,
niggas
bro.
already.
Manny Fresh did
So
it, bro.
if we talking about if we separate them niggas, man, it's hard. Moby Dick was like
You know what?
KLC was like too.
Yeah,
I would have to make
I
I would
have
have
to
to make
be.
KLC and Moby Dick battle, and then the winner of them two gotta go against fucking Manny Fresh because them two niggas was
Now,
laid out.
hey, now look, Kong. Hey, that was a hot take, Kong. Down for my niggas was a very very great beat. That was a hard ass beat, but that was a hard song. But I don't know. That nigga Manny Fresh got some shit, man. I'm sorry.
Kentucky. And that's we talked about, and you know what? This reminds me of a topic that we talked about before. Um, if you don't need, because again, we entering at a time and an age where I believe it's somebody growing in your neighborhood, no matter where you live at, right? We are in that age right now. So I agree with Django. It's about who you know. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are growing absolute indoor fire. You know what I mean? I've seen some of these guys garden in this chat, man, and that shit look better than mine.
Matter of fact, click on Django name and go sub to his page. That's Django G, man. The Garden Gnome.
You didn't got pips.
Oh man, I'm sorry, man. That doom,
So,
doom, 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 doom. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, the big type Woki, Masabi, all that shit. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Sorry, man.
he said, back that ass up. No, yeah, I don't know what he was. You must have been in the club or something.
Man, that beat was hard. That shit was hard, nigga. With the motherfucking horns and shit. Sorry, man. That's like one of my favorite Cash Money songs of all time. And I know there's so many, but you know.
I would have never have guessed it.
It is, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I remember because I was probably like 15, 14 when that shit came out. Like
that was like one of the most.
It was a different time, you know what I'm saying? It was just a different time.
You know what I'm saying? That was like the most commercial fucking song that you could have picked almost out of all.
It was, man, but the beat like, was really hard. You gotta think, bro. Like I be making all these beats and shit that I be making. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like that was one of the beats that inspired me to even want to make fucking beats and shit, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie. I made this beat we listening to right now. Like, but it's just one of the shits that made me want to make music. Like, damn. Like I saw how that shit motherfucking grabs people.
I like
all kinds of motherfucking like demographics.
I don't like growing it because it tends to grow. It takes longer to finish. Like, here's the thing about me, Bone Donkey, which is like, I mean, you know, everybody got their own preference. I don't want to grow anything that's going past 9 weeks. I'm really trying to grow stuff that only legit finishes in 8 weeks, right? But as you know, a lot of shit don't legit finish in 8 weeks, so you end up going 9 or 8.5 or day 60. You know what I'm saying? So, like a lot of stuff I miss out on because I don't really want to 12 weeks, 14 weeks, like that. See? And I believe you. I actually believe you. I just, in my mind, and this is, the way my mind worked, 13 weeks, shit. that's already halfway through a whole nother flower, right? That's how my mind works. But I do enjoy smoking those strains. I just wish that
Well,
I
I
had
don't mind. I don't
patience.
mind haze, but it's got but in the polyhybrid sense. So like, I wouldn't want to run like a pure haze. I would want to run something that's gonna be mixed with haze, so you can kind of speed that flowering time up a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. But to me, it's like the only you know what um you know what I would do actually. I would probably because I do tend to consistently run a flower room. I may that's a thought too. It's an interesting thought. I may have one plant that I just leave there and let it go. It's the only thing that's going 14 weeks. Meanwhile, everything else is a whole other rotation in there. You know what I'm saying? I may do that. That would be something to think about actually. Anybody in here smoke or grew ethos haze? I got some of that. I think I got some haze shit he had. Just want something a little different to cross into some of my shit that I got. I am not gonna pop anything else new though. But
Hey, hey, man, I just gotta pause the show just for a quick second and say, man, share that like button, new asshole, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like.
I'm like, damn, we gotta pause the show. What's going on? Did something happen?
Yeah, man, yeah, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Tear that like button, a new asshole.
Second person said this was a nice beat. I think it was. I think we did pretty good for an hour without oh, what's this now? My God, 10 weeks? Man, I think righteous. What's the longest time you flowered something? I know the longest time you grew something was that plant you first had when you came there.
Man, man, that's a good question, man. I don't know. Maybe like 11, 12 weeks, maybe. That might have been the longest. Man, when that shit start getting long like that, you know what I'm saying? You just stop counting. And normally, in my opinion, a lot of times, just based off of what I've been running, I feel like if you got some shit that don't look done, week 9, week 10, it's like, man, you did something wrong. So I don't know. I never really had anything that was like a super late finisher.
A super late finisher.
Yeah, man, like I'm not trying to be funny, but when I think of people who run strains 15 and 16 weeks, I normally think of like people who climb mountains and shit. Yeah, fucking rappel down this wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, why would you want to do some shit like that? It's dangerous, man. We need this shit to be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say that, it's because I came from a red state. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere where you really wasn't supposed to be growing. So I just always kind of had that mentality. I don't have time to run something that fucking long. I ain't supposed to be doing this shit anyway.
Well, AG just went live. Should we bring up? Well, I should bring press Haji. Press hash. Do you press Long Donkey would like to know. I know the answer, and the answer is yes. He does press hash rosin. He actually has a freeze dryer as well. so he's able to do the whole thing. I press dry sip is what I press. I think we talked about this on the last show, but I'm not again sure. I was just talking about this with somebody somewhere. Um, I don't like, man. It's just like a whole bunch of fucking work. And yes, I got a washing machine, right? And I got the whole nine with the bubble bags and all of that. The only thing I don't have is like the freeze dryer, but it's just like I know it's a better product. I know it's a cleaner product when you do it that way, you know. Because I've seen, man, I've got some really great stuff, like, right, so I know like the difference. But I'm the type of guy that's like, okay, how big of a difference is it? If the difference is that much, it's not that much. The difference is really minimal, but it's a maximum amount of work. Okay, maybe I'll do it this way. So for me, it was like a whole lot less work to do dry stuff with the dry ice, right? Than it was for me to do bubble hash, and I was getting more depressed when I did the dry sip. Like I could take the same amount of material that I was gonna wash and take that material and shake it with dry ice and get way more. Now I probably would get a way well, I know probably I would get a more pure product if I did it with the 8 bubble bag method. I'm sure, right? But me being a person, I'm not like, and I'm not selling it either, right? It's just for personal consumption. Man, the dry sip is just great because I get more, which means it lasts longer. And I'm not real big on, I'm not super big on dabbing. So I like it. You silly, of course, El Mando. Yeah, same thing. Dry sips. Keith, I would say that's pretty much the same thing. And when I use the dry ice, I get the dry ice pellets, and I use the 50 micron bag, 50, 70. I can't remember which micron bag I use, but I use the same bubble bags that I use if I was doing bubble hash. Yeah. Oh, Rice Ronnie was a Rice like hash a lot. He was gonna start a hash dabbery or some weird shit like that. He said back in the day. He was gonna call himself the Hash Browner. I remember that.
Hash Browner.
Yeah, the Hash Browner. Yeah, bro. Like, who cares? It's so easy doing it that way. That shit explode though, but it's very easy. You get a lot. Smoking on that dead unicorn.
Mhm.
Is that a strain? Dead unicorn?
Hell yeah, probably.
What's the one with the
Who cares says BHO is good. BH no is what I always say.
BH? No.
BH no. No, I'm just I mean shit, motherfuckers. Hey, like this is what I
You
always
gotta
say, man.
purge it. Oh, hold on.
Some people like that shit. If you can purge it properly, yeah, I was about to say that. If you can purge it properly, or I've seen even like green products that people have used, different types of compressed products. But normally I always just do water and ice. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Or maybe flour rosin, a little bubble bag, or a little pressing bag, excuse me. Yeah, you gotta purge that shit properly. But yeah, man, I think the water and ice method. I think with BHO you extract more
Oh my god.
typically. But
I officially need another fucking hip, man. I'm sure of it. I made myself a doctor's appointment. Good lord. I get up and it's like shit. Had to go grab my coffee.
Man, I hope you feel better, bro.
Nah, I'll be cool. It's just annoying as shit.
Shit, I bet, man. Your hip is important.
All right, Bond Donkey, right on for shooting through, man. It was nice, man. I like the interactivity. You know what I mean? Right on. Hope you have a good night. Awesome name again. Bone Donkey.
Shit.
Man, I'll be cool, man. I'm one of them people that talk shit. You know what I'm saying? If I was fucked up for real, I really wouldn't. Y'all wouldn't know. I would just be fucked up. Not saying that. I want to try to make ice and water in my bowl, baby. I want to do it fresh. Righteous, what's up with the fresh frozen? You did that before, didn't you?
Man, I think if you're gonna do fresh frozen, that's cool. You just need a lot of fucking material. So
Mm-hmm.
like you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna need double, triple, maybe quadruple the amount of material. And then some people complain about a fresh plant taste that also goes along with it. Some people feel like they could still feel like no matter what, it's gonna taste a little green when you do fresh frozen, and versus a cured run.
Not for me, because I know I'm slow as shit. When you say cured run, what do you mean by that? And I actually literally want to know for me. I don't know what you mean when you say that.
Well, fresh frozen is where you literally cut the shit off the plant, cut a lot of the waste material off, and then you
Okay,
put that bitch directly into a fucking freezer. And
you
then
talking about
once
cured
it's
is dry and cured.
yeah, like just letting that shit dry up.
He said he was
Um,
worried about the chlorophyll taste too. Is that the green you was talking about?
yeah,
Chlorophyll.
plant chlorophyll for sure. But yeah, man, I like to cure it a little bit better. And here's the thing: some people enjoy it, like you enjoy flour rosin more than you
Love
like, hash rosin or
to.
even your dry sift rosin.
I do. I do like flour rosin a lot better than hash rosin usually. I don't know why. I know I'm supposed to like hash rosin better because it's more
Enzo
pure.
buds, Enzo buds,
Enzo and this motherfucker.
just came through. But yeah, man.
What up? So I just checked out your
Outside
last
of
video. I didn't have a chance to comment yet, but I did check that shit out. Hey man, you gotta bring back that fucking cherry Aldo. Bring that shit back. Bring back the cherry Aldo. Matter of fact, do you have any of them seeds left, bro?
Freaky Bean Papa.
Man, nah, cause I follow Enzo, bro, and like I really know he was fucking with the cherry Aldo, like tough.
Man, that had nothing to do with. Does he have some more beans of that left?
Of course he
Freaky
did.
Bean Papa about to get a hold of them shits, Enzo. And hey, man, if you want to see them motherfuckers do something, that's the right person to send them to, man. Because not only will he run them, you know what I'm saying? But
Man, we'll cross him, F to him, and send him back to you.
mm-hmm.
We tell him extra. Look, that's my next service, y'all. Y'all don't know it yet. I've been working that shit in the background. Tell him extra, Frank. Straight up. Now that's not what I'm talking about with you, so I just fuck with you because I always like, damn man, that cherry Aldo always interested me. Now, right, this is a question for you. He was planning on freezing half of one of his crops to do this, enough flour to fill a 5-gallon bucket halfway. That's not nearly enough, is it?
I mean, you're
Like
gonna
what?
get
What
some.
could he
You're gonna get
expect to get back?
you. You're gonna get something, but normally the return is, I mean, I tell you, like I tell people all the time. I say this, man. I forget more shit than I remember, bro. At one point, bro, I could have gave you all the exact numbers on a lot of this shit, but I think your return on fresh frozen is at least like a half. You know what I'm saying? Potentially to a third less of what you would actually get if you were to do. a Cure product.
Well, pardon my French. Pardon my French right here. But in real nigga
Use
terms,
your French, nigga.
yeah,
Excuse
excuse
your
my
French.
French. In real nigga terms, I'm just saying, like, what could he expect to get from a fresh frozen
Man,
run with half
you
of a 5-gallon bucket? Like, is he gonna get a little? Like in your guesstimation, right? Is he gonna get a little baller jar? Is he gonna get like a
uh
little cap? Like when you go to the dispensary, I'm pretty sure
man,
that's
he would have to tell me how much weight it is. Because a lot of it's gonna be depending on weight and trichomes. You know what I'm saying? Because not every plant or every trichome likes to come off of the plant. So it's really just gonna depend on honestly the end product. So you really can't say, bro. It's hard to say, bro. Like it's different with like plants where you could be like, yeah, you could expect this much for this amount. You can get up to this amount,
well. I
but
just
you know what I'm saying?
I just know
But I
that
would
a
say,
lot
I
of
would
people
say,
watching this shit.
if he doing like a quarter pound or some shit like that, he might get, I don't know, 10 grams or something, maybe.
That's all I was saying. Just somewhere around. Now, I'm not. Don't hold him to that. You could get fucking 16 grams, right?
And that's just based off of what I can remember. I would say maybe like 10
Just somewhere,
grams.
just somewhere around that. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you a ballpark because I know how I am. I want a ballpark figure so I can know what the fuck I'm looking at. Now I get what you're saying. Who cares? That's another title. That's not we put in this. uh, I was basically gonna put as much material in my 5-gallon bag. Basically, right? Yeah. Now, again, because the type of individual I am, if it's a person I know that's done something similar, I just want to know a ballpark figure somewhere around what I can expect. I don't want to be expecting to get, you know, just ballpark. I don't want to expect to get 2 ounces and I get fucking 4 grams. Some shit like that. Like, I want to know what to expect. So that's the only reason I asked. Because I know he has, like he said, forgot more than he fucking care to remember. Because man, I can remember at one point in time, this guy here was prepared to watch a whole 8x8 run, guys. I swear. He was, I mean, that was this dude's goal. His goal was to watch the whole 8x8. I'm like, great Scott, that's too much playing and don't do it. He's like, nah, I'm going to do half fresh frozen and I'm going to do the other half. I'm like, man, my God, don't do it. Yeah, it was all head stash for him,
Yeah,
too.
man.
That's the thing. It was all head stash for him too. This guy is the head stash
And
king.
man, to be honest, it was nice to send some out and shit like that too. You know what I mean? Like
I
a
do.
motherfucker could literally send you the whole. When you go to like the dispensary and buy like a gram or some shit, like that shit a lot of times don't even fill up the jar. But this shit, man, I send that shit to you like peanut butter. You said I motherfucker
You did, nigga. You did that. I
spread
can't
the
even.
whole top and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit'd be like 5 grams in this little ass jar.
You did that, bro. I can't
Right.
even lie. Like you sent out some, and I actually showed people that shit. I'm proud of that shit. My homeboy sent me. Like, damn, nigga, we don't do cocaine. Like, nah, nigga, this hash. They're like, we don't do that type of drug there. Like, no, it's weed. They're like, no, it ain't. That shit's white.
Well, guys, this is weed meth.
I'm like, nah,
Weed meth.
it's really. Why does it burn like that? No, it's supposed to burn like that. Again, just the downfall of being the people that I'm around. I'm really at the time they didn't anyway. Everybody, hey, right? Everybody walk around this motherfucker. They dabbing aficionados now. Like, you niggas didn't even know
Mhm.
what dab was a fucking year ago.
Man, I had to leave that shit alone, man. That shit had took control of me.
Should do a documentary, man, when dabs ruin your life. Man,
Yeah,
if I had
man.
time and money, that would be an excellent, funny but true documentary. Oh my god, guys,
Man,
guys
and
out
that's the
there in
thing.
YouTube, man, his
That
life
shit just tastes so fucking great, man. It's
he was
like,
nothing for days on end.
oh man, I used to love that shit, boy.
He was literally doing nothing, guys. He was just getting super high every day.
Man, hey, Rosins get you some of the best sleep ever. Like I'm talking about, like, man, do you want a destructive sleep? It's one of them sleeps
Do
where
you
you wake up and
dead?
you still feel destroyed. Like, oh my god.
Oh shit. Man, y'all, man, this dude here, if y'all could even been around. Oh man. And he was taking aggressive dabs too.
Hey, but I was doing that shit within reason because you got a lot of people, them motherfuckers that do like scorching hot dabs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing all that, man. I was still, I was still getting really nice taste but man, my goodness. Sometimes it'd be like drinking juice. This should be like, oh man, this is just so good. So sweet. Tastes so good to me.
Oh my god. This shit was so
Love
funny.
dab days, man.
Like man,
The dab daddy
I
was
used
my
to take,
name. What up, Jaws Warrior? What up?
I can't do this anymore, man.
Yeah, man, I just smoked some EMF right now. Some EMF number 11.
Same way,
Yeah,
Con.
I'm
This nigga
done with
was
the
the same
traditional.
way. Flower wasn't even getting him high. This dude was talking about flower like it was shit. Like, yeah, flower's cool, man. But I'm like, bro, flower,
Nah,
you have
man, I was saying I
he got
needed both. I needed both. Nah, man, I had wanted to do both though. 'Cause my thing was like, hey, let me do like a dab, maybe two, and
7 grams a week.
you
I
know what I'm
would
saying? I
say he
smoke a
was
joint after
hey,
that.
Rice was on that point. Rice was doing at least a 7 a week, especially when he was this hey guys, I would be on the line with him. He's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go press this ounce. What? Wait. Didn't you just press yesterday? Yeah.
Man, just imagine. Now look, it's other people most definitely did it bigger than me, but just imagine sitting there with like 90 grams of some of the best hash rosin. Man, you're just going stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think, oh man, this should last me forever. I should just make a couple grams up. You try to like section the shit off,
You,
make you a couple
I
liters.
mean,
I'm
he
only
was
gonna go in here and
blowing through
open
this
the
shit.
jar.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean
Man,
to neither. He was
it's all
blowing
right,
through this
man.
shit.
But it's
Blowing through this shit.
true, man. You start, you start blowing. Yeah, that EMF is all right, man. It's pretty nice, man. It's got a very old school vibe to it, in my opinion. It's a pretty cool bass strain. I'm thinking what I'm probably gonna do with the EMF, because currently I don't have any pack listed at 20 per se. But I think I'm probably gonna drop the EMF down to the 20. I haven't fully decided what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to do something as well, even though we started 420 a whole month early. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna try to do something, some kind of additional promo for the upcoming holidays. Something very small. I know you got some shit about to drop, so I most definitely want to support the homie, man. It's gonna be one of the best launches that you've done, so I can't wait to see what you got going on and be a part of it for sure.
Man, some unbelievable shit is what's gonna happen. But at least unbelievable, like for the shit that I've done. So price to motherfucking is.
Man, bro, I felt so good, man, yesterday because it was like all them 93 cent boxes started arriving. Like, man, like it was just like little shit that I thought was tight about the boxes. It's interesting to see like what certain people felt about it, like the little stress ball that came with it, the little fucking the bands, the wristbands, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Just
what
the
make y'all want to grow strange, right? Reason to ask this is like my Darth Vader OG should be done drying by 420. Now, Darth Vader OG, That shit made me want to grow it. Why? Because I fuck with Star Wars. So it's like, damn, nigga, that shit gotta be like death, nigga. It's Darth Vader. That shit gotta be hard. What makes y'all like? Is it just a strange name that make y'all want to grow that shit, or is it just like the cross? Or I asked y'all this shit already once before. It's just
I
weird because
think
certain
it's the
things
cross.
make you want to grow certain shit.
I think it's the cross, but I think the shit that people really enjoy a lot of time is the shit, not just the high, but shit that they enjoy saying. So I think a lot of times motherfuckers will see the name and be like, "Ooh, I gotta get that." Like even if they don't even know what the cross is, like you just saying, you don't necessarily do you know exactly what the Darth Vader OG is? Probably not, but because you like Star Wars, hey man, I gotta get that. And
I
I
do
think that
think
was
that
kind of
might
like
be
how
one of
Vader did it.
the
You know what I'm saying? Vader had a lot of that shit, the Obi-Wans and all that shit. So I thought that was kind of dope. It's a lot of different ways to spend this shit, man. You know, I personally chose the Suns, man, because I kind of want to put on for the area and shit like that, and I want people to be able to get behind the shit. And not only that, I know that there's people elsewhere who would enjoy it. And once the motherfucker came with the Sir Charles and the Old Miller, it's like, oh yeah, we gotta finish this shit up and make a box set. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, man, that was dope to just kind of see everybody get their shit and be excited about it. It was a different kind of high, you know.
I do.
So I know when these arcade boxes drop, hey man, y'all look, y'all better get on them shits for sure. I know you put some work in. Kong says I hate it. The Daddy 3 says.
Yeah, we actually got a lot of that shit fucking growing now. Out of the box. I just don't like
All the
seeds.
ocean
It's just
grown
weird.
strains,
I
aka
don't
barbecue
like
strains.
I don't like showing pictures of veg neither. So like all of that shit in the boxes that I got coming up, it's already growing now. We just gonna see how that shit rolls. So it should be simultaneous. Like y'all about to start seeing me push up. Man, that fucking Chelsea CrossFit barbecue ribs is amazing. I'm actually gonna probably I haven't decided if I want to do a line with it or not, but man, that shit is great. Uh, that's probably my favorite out of all of the barbecue strains. So I might want to go back and check that motherfucker out. Definitely. I love weed too, man. Ever since I planted my first weed seed, I have not stopped. Like it has been a continuous journey. There have been no stoppages or anything like that, man. Like, it's just same thing when I started making crosses. It's like shit. That'd be all I be wanting to do sometimes. I want to put this and this. Be like, damn, let me put it together. Damn, let me see. Oh, that was dope. That's why I always be popping my shit, trying to see what's gonna pair well with what. I wish I could. You know what? I wish I could. It grows quick compared to like regular vegetables and things of that nature. I would say, but for an impatient person like me, cannabis definitely does not grow quick enough. And that's the fucked up thing about it, because you can put a 1 foot plant in the flower. You ain't gonna like what you get, but you can. If you got 1 foot plants, maybe, but you know, cannabis definitely, you grow it anyways, definitely teaches you patience. 'Cause every aspect of it requires patience. Popping the seed all the way to drying it. The more patient, the better you are. I almost made a strain called Dave Chappelle too. I was gonna make Dave Chappelle and I was gonna make Mr. Scott. It was already at Mr. Scott. And then I scrapped the whole idea. Why can't I
Hey,
grow Dave
now,
Chappelle?
real quick, man, we do got a couple more topics. Let's so just said- I just want to go over a couple of these topics real quick, man. Let's see what we got here. I don't know if you can see my screen. A couple things, man. You got adult use marijuana. Uh, for Delaware, it's going to the governor again. So if you're in Delaware, you're trying to get that legalized adult use. Well, I'm not sure if the bill is popular or not popular. They want to take a look into that. Well, at the same time, the Montana Senate bill aims to dismantle adult cannabis use, which is kind of interesting. We got two states kind of. On our last show, we talked about how there is another black-owned, or how there was a black-owned shop up there with some of the new licensing laws up in Detroit. Looks like there's going to be another one in that area, and I thought that was pretty cool. And one thing that I wanted to talk about, though, because it's a fine line in growing cannabis, whether you want to. Some people amazingly operate at a loss. So there was a cannabis retailer named Fire and Flower. They ended the year with an $89 million loss. This is up in Canada. It's the equivalent of $66 million US. Um, man,
Shout out to you, who cares? And man, we'll catch you next week, hopefully. Thanks for stopping through, bro.
what you think about that, man? Motherfuckers lost $66 million, bro.
Well, that's what happens when more of the state is doing what you used to do. It's only a matter of time. It's gonna be the same thing in Oklahoma. Like, they're not gonna be able to send all of their weed out no more because everybody's gonna have their own weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna take a minute, sure, but it'll be like that.
I think what happened was, man, there's like this fine line, man. Of motherfuckers oversaturating the market. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers trying to grab a certain amount of, market share. So instead of just keeping your shit scaled low, it's like they scaled too big to, maybe handle a demand or meet a demand that was only presently there, but at this particular day and age, it's no longer there.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting to see what they, what they gained or lost, in previous years. Whether it was just, hey man, y'all got known for having a bad product, or hey, y'all had grew too much product and was still trying to grow more, or like what happened? Did you guys overscale?
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing is, I wonder whose money they lost, like who invested that money, and would those people be willing to invest in me? You know what I'm saying? Because I can lose you. Hey man, let me just lose you $250,000 real quick. I'll lose it for you. Yeah, man, you guys write it off. All that good stuff right there. I'll just lose. Dropped it in the middle of the street.
Mm. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, man, that shit's rough, man. Man, look, they're about to make medical cannabis reforms in DC as well, too, man. So that'll be pretty cool for the people in those areas. If you're a medical patient, it should be a little bit easier for you to get your product.
Ain't that shit easy no matter where you at now? Yeah,
Man, yes and no, man. Cause I imagine, man, like we all know, it's niggas on the black market who booming. You know what I'm saying? Who doing better than ever. Just because they can stand there with that ounce while they sell it. You know what I'm saying?
no, I was talking about in terms of getting your card.
Well, I don't mean as far as getting your card. I think the issue was for them even once they had the card. Um, See, it says medical cannabis is expected to be much more easily and widely available. And it also allows patients to self-certify as well too.
That's dope. Like I don't feel like it should be no real big thing. Like I actually got a real qualifying like illness and shit. So like for a motherfucker that got some real shit, it should just be literally you have any one of these? Oh you do? Check it. Hey, here's your card. Like that's how the shit should actually be. And, like it should be weird when you get your card this bitch. It is springtime, let's get it. We doing veggies this year. But a whole bunch of red leaf lettuce, a whole bunch of strawberries. If I can keep them goddamn squirrels away. Man. See, that's the problem. I got a lot of fucking nature out here, boy. If you sit on my front porch, it's like a Disney movie. You gonna see everything come down this motherfucker. All the birds. Righteous. What should we
Yo,
expect out of the KJ, Dan, and CC? Flavor wise, is what he's saying.
out of which one?
What should we expect out the KJ, the Dan, and the CC
Well,
flavors?
the Thunder Dan, you gonna get the straw nano rush times the TV screen because it's an S1. Um, the flavors on that one, to me, it's a little bit deep. It's very like it's sweet, but it's earthy. Um, on the on the high, it's very some people would describe it as light, but I think it's one of them strains. It's all about how you grow it too. You know what I'm saying? So you can get like the couch lock effect off of it, but you will still get the mind race as well. As far as the CC, the Sherbina or Shabishna, excuse me, that's that sherbet and that Christian Kush cross. So you're gonna get some very nice OG flavors off of that one, but it's still gonna be once again sweet. Um, the strawberry russet sativa cream is bubblegum times NOG times gelato times Zittles times TJ Short Blueberry F5 times Santa Cruz Haze. So you're gonna get some. It's like a really nice mix of different things. And then as far as the KJ goes, I mean, you gonna get I, you, I would expect that you're gonna get on the KJ. You're gonna get a lot of the EMF coming out on there because EMF is very dominant. So you're gonna get a very earthy, very. I don't know. It's hard to describe the EMF, man. It's very hard to describe, and that's made with the number 20 finger. So you most definitely gonna get some earth on that. You can get a very nice mental high on this one right here. Kong says I'm smoking EMF right now. Kong Buffalo smoked the EMF earlier. The EMF is nice. That's one of Archie's favorite strains. I think the banana beignet has since replaced it, but you got deer got to put a fence or a chicken wire that will eat your shit. Kong said, nah, this baseline. Yeah, man, I like the baseline too, man. I'm a fan of the baseline. I still got some baseline left, but those are very limited. So I'm probably gonna do something for 420, man. Something nice little deal, man. But we'll see what happens. You showing any plants today, Joe? What? Or they gotta check the video. They gotta check the
video, buddy. Like a couple of days ago. Not really much to show. Not really much to show. But I tell you this much though. Maybe. This other the 5x5. Like the 5x5, either the 5x5 or the 4x4 that I got described, I'll start showing on her. One or two. That's probably what I have today. I'm trying to think, what do I got in that 4x4? That's got the, yeah, because that's actually got the banana beignet in it, the Mr. Big stuff in it, the jealousy crushed barbecue, which is the honey ribs. It's actually good. Yeah, we'll show that. It's got a lot of the classics. We'll start showing it in a few weeks. Right now, nah, because I don't like showing this nigga.
Nah, hey, look, one last thing I did want to mention. They also had in the news. There's gonna be the first Arizona cannabis store opened by a black woman. Marijuana entrepreneur Marvina Thomas is the first black woman to own a legal cannabis store in Arizona. So that's coming up, man. Kudos for her. That's dope. One of the things I want to do real quick, if I can, man, I want to most definitely get into this roll call. The chat was bumping today, man. So if I miss anybody, please forgive me. Hey, man, when I be scrolling through these chats sometimes, man, I be seeing the comments left, man. Y'all some fools, man. But we had Farmer M in the building, man. Chris Hawkins, what up? Django was in the building. Con Buffalo, what it do? Your Majesty Jones. Kong, if I didn't say your name already. What up, Kong? Shit, man. Who else we had up in here, man? Majesty Jones, Fifth 1000s, steady dripping resin, Buzz in the basement, partly cloudy. What up? Thank knowledge. What up? El Mando 420.
El Mando.
Always a pleasure, man, when you come through, El Mando. El Mando used to have the pigeons, right? Back in the day. Is that El Mando? I remember somebody back in town used to have like the pigeons, I think the racing pigeons or something like that. Bone Ducky came through, man. Appreciate you stepping through here, Bone Donkey.
Bone Donkey.
Mr. Nice One, what up? Endless One up, what up? New life. Man, I was going ham in the chat, man. You read some of these damn comments. I know Django was going ham in this motherfucker earlier. Who cares? What up? Appreciate you stopping through. Had a lot of good questions. Enzo Buzz came through this bitch for a minute.
So buzz.
Giants Warrior, what up? Let's see, man. I think that was everybody, man. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Most definitely had a lot of day ones, man. From the SNS family, a couple of people, man. Definitely enjoyed y'all coming through. Shit, homie. What else you got, homie?
Shit. I don't know about you guys, but I'm about to be stoned and eating. I'm about to eat.
Hell yeah, man. Oh shit, man. We appreciate everybody stopping through, man. It's been another episode of Stone and Streaming. It's your boy Righteous Saint playing.
Man, it's chosen.
Get your fucking umbrellas out, man.
Rain, 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 rain. Every time you see the boy, got a brand new strain. And the shit so Waco. Flame, 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 flame. Put your ass in a ditch. Saddam El Hussein. Two things that a nigga know. Pot the beans, let the shit grow. Green like that mean go. That mean go. Two things that a nigga know. Pot the beans, let the shit grow. Green like that mean go. That mean go. That mango. That mango. Beat the game. Check the lingo. Nigga, how far would the green take you? As far as you go. That mango. That mango. Beat the game. Check the lingo. Nigga, how far would the green take you? As far as you go. It ain't no game. It ain't no game. All of these niggas, they looking for game. Lining they pockets, they flooding they pockets, they lining they pockets with all of this change. Shit ain't no game, shit ain't no game. All of these niggas, they do it for game. But one thing won't change, it will remain the same. None of these niggas will ever reign. All these hundreds in this bitch is gone. Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gone. Hope you brought your umbrella, it's gone. And we gon' cause it's gon' all these hundreds in this bitch is gon' Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gon' hope you brought your umbrella, it's gon' and we gon' cause it's gon' all these hundreds in this bitch is gon' Tommy gun, honey bun, it's gon' hope you brought your umbrella, it's gon' and we gon' cause it's gon'